Blog Talk Radio.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Soul Sister Show with hosts Sue and Anne. And today we have Thursday, January 14th, 2021. So we are half a month into the new year, and we hope you are good, all of you, and you have as good time as possible. We are a live call-in show, so you can call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and you can call in for questions, or why not get a free mini reading live on air, or share a story, or talk to our guest today. If you want to talk with us live on the show, remember to press 1. You can also go to scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live, where you can text chat with us during our shows and listen live to the player on the same page. And I'm Anne, coming to you live from Rhodes in Greece this time. And on today's show, we are proud to actually welcome our very special guest, Sue Broome, all the way from the U.S. and Arizona. And we will be talking about Make the World a Brighter Place, Shine Your Light. Sue Broome is a gifted intuitive healer, spiritual teacher, and international best-selling author. She has a lot of experience, and Sue, with the direction from the angels, will give some insight on how each of us can shine our light brighter each day. And these will be things each and every person can do very easily and effortlessly. And as I said, of course, we take your calls for questions and mini readings, or just to chat with Sue Broome, or with us if you want to. And we would like to talk to you. So once again, here's the number. You can write this number down because it goes to all our shows. Call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and remember to press 1 if you want to talk with us live on the show. Or join us in the chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And we are live, calling worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the U.S., double time with our special guest, and from Rhodes in Greece. And if you haven't listened to us before, we are the show that are very passionate about spiritual topics in general, and we very often talk about soul realignment, healing modalities, angels, numbers, numerology, angel numbers, and a lot of things. So call in, give us a ring at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and press 1 to talk with us live on the show. Or join us in the chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And on today's show, we are welcoming special guest Sue Broome, talking about Make the World a Brighter Place, Shine Your Light. Sue Broome is a very gifted intuitive healer, spiritual teacher, and international best-selling author. And Sue will, with the direction from the angels, give you some insight on how each of us can shine our light brighter each day. And this will be things each and every person can do very easily and effortlessly. So, once again, if you haven't listened to us before, we are the show that discusses the Akashic Records, soul realignment, healing modalities in general, and of course, we are passionate about and love to talk about any and all spiritual topics. And we are always a live call-in worldwide radio, so call in at 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 213-943-3587 and press 1 to talk with us live on the show. And we are proud to announce that we have listeners in 21 countries and growing all over the globe, in all continents actually. That's amazing. And thank you so much for trusting us. You can find us on YouTube, search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube, and subscribe to our channel and like our videos. Now let me bring on my co-host for Soul Sisters, Sue, all the way from Arizona. Hi, Sue. How are you?
Hi, Sissy. I'm good. It's a bit chilly here lately in Arizona. I'm sure when we bring on our guest, Sue, she's in a different location here. She'll agree to that. It's, we get that hot temperature in the summer, and then the winter, it feels cold to us. And it's not freezing cold, but it's cold. So, but yeah, I'm doing well.
Actually, here in Greece, in Rhodes, it's actually unusually cold. It was 7 degrees Celsius this morning. That's unusual, very unusual. But I can't complain. In Sweden, they have minus. So I guess I'm very fine here. I'm happy here.
Little fireplace going, maybe something like that. Keep you nice and warm.
And the geese outside the window.
Yeah.
Screaming. So everybody listening, now is a great time to get your spot in the queue. Call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and call in for questions or get a free mini reading, or why not talk to our guest today, or with us hosts, of course, but please call in and talk to Sue Broome. And press 1 to talk with us live on the show, or why not go to scrollsofthesoul.com/live, where you can listen live and text chat with us during the show. And if you want to connect with Sue Broome, you can find her at empowermentforyou.com, and the 4 is the number 4, empowermentforyou.com, or you can find her at SueBroome.com, Broome with BROOME, SueBroome.com. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And of course, you can find out much more about our radio at scrollsofthesoul.com. And before we move on with today's show, let's recap what the last show was all about. Sue?
Yes, ma'am. It was the first of the month, and during the first of the month, we like to try to bring in topics related to the Akashic Records and soul realignment. That is a passion of Anne and myself. So last week was part 2 of the soul memory system. And basically what we try to do is just give you guys a window into what it is as practitioners we do and discover, so to speak, when researching the soul's history and what all that entails. So we try to hit a different area each month with different topics. So, and like Anna said before, and I said before, if you didn't get a chance to listen, you can go into heartofgold.com/past and listen to last week's show. And of course, in the future, we'll bring up many more topics where we discuss the Akashic Record and the soul and different things involved and traits and so on and all that good stuff. So that was last week. And today, however, we have a special guest coming on, like Anne said, Sue Broome. And I'm just going to check and see if she's with us now. Sue, are you there?
I am here.
Hi, welcome. Oh, so
Hi,
glad
welcome.
to have you.
So
How's it going
to
down?
be here.
Thank you. We're so glad to have you. How is it going in your neck of the woods? How's the temperature? Is it pretty cold for you?
You know, it was funny when you were saying that. I was actually laughing because so I live over, I think I'm like straight on the other side of Phoenix. If you drew an arrow right through Phoenix, I'm like way on the other side because I'm in the northwest of Phoenix.
Right.
And there's a spot in the morning where I can sit outside in the sun and just feel the warmth. And I was doing that before I came on this morning.
Right.
And what was funny, so it didn't feel cold. It was definitely cold before that. But what was funny is, Anne, you mentioned geese, and as I was sitting there, I heard some geese fly over, which I do. So can I quick read a short description of what goose is?
Yes.
So this is from the Animal Speak Pocket Guide, and it says, goose, follow quest. Heed the call to the new quest. I'm getting chills. Open to new wonders and possibilities. Pursue new adventures. Explore new travel.
Oh, wow.
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 Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yes. Interesting. So keep that in mind, Sissy, with your noisy geese over there.
Yeah, I will. And they are like teenagers, and I promise not to say this on the radio, but I'm going to say it anyway. They are mating this time, so they are screaming. I'm sorry.
So they're screaming.
It makes it even stronger, the energy, I mean.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's funny. No, I'm actually on the east side, so we're on opposite sides. You know, I'm the other side of you. You know, you're over on the west side, I'm on the east side. Yeah, I understand that sitting out in the sun as soon as you sit out, but it's still cold out. You know, even with the sun, it's cold out. Anyways, okay, so let's introduce you a little bit to the audience. Tell them a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what it was like to come into this arena, and anything else you'd like to share with everyone listening.
Well, first off, thank you so much for having me back on. It's been, I think it's been about 2 years since I've been on with you guys.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, and I've been working with angels for a very long time, probably, 20 years now, since I really started getting curious about angels. And that was kind of my way in, I would say, because I have never considered myself to be, you know, like so many people say, oh, when I was a kid, this used to happen, and this, you know, I don't remember anything like that. So when I started working with angels, that was kind of my awakening to the other side of the world, the other, not the physical world, but along with that, I have a lot of people on the other side as well. So there was kind of a combination of the angels also helped open the doors to my loved ones on the other side. So the unseen world, which I refer to them a lot, it's all there to all of us. It's where we put our focus.
Right.
So I started working with the angels, and then when I first came to Arizona, so about 8 years ago, I did a book called Signs from Your Loved Ones, because I started realizing that, my loved ones are communicating with me in a lot of different ways, not the same way that like a John Edward or a, John Holland would be.
Right.
So I put together a book. And fast forward since then, I've been, as well as I still do readings for people, now I pretty much use my decks of cards, but I also do healing sessions and all over the phone, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. And the healing work that I do, I call it healing with the angels, because I refer to what the angels are telling me, what your angels are telling me.
Right.
And so fast forward, and even since I've talked with you guys yet, I have 3 decks of cards now that are available all through my website that I use, as well as a couple of books and many, many journals, almost 200 journals, as well as a couple of mandala coloring books.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Now, these are ones you've created yourself, the mandalas?
Yes, I have created the mandalas, and then I put them together, and I've created the covers, and they are available on Amazon. But you have to follow. I see that you guys. I think you posted all my links, because those are under. I call it. What do you call it? Not my name, but it's a pen name called Spread Sunshine.
Oh, wow. Yes, we did actually post all your links and also your bio and everything in the chat room also, but we have a blog, of course, with everything. So, yes, wonderful.
Wow. I want to take a peek at the mandalas, so because that's a thing for Ann and I. I'll explain that another day, but continue.
Well, I'm going to say the bit.ly for Spread Sunshine, there's a space in there, so it's not a link.
Okay.
In the chat. So
okay.
I just saw that pop by. And the only reason I point that out is because Spread Sunshine is, like, if you go to Amazon and search for Sue Broome, yeah, you'll get a couple of things, but you won't get, like, very many. But if you search for Spread Sunshine, I know there's so many other things out there, but it just takes a while. So,
right.
Anyway.
Right. Okay. So today, the topic was going to be shine our light brighter each day. So how would you go about recommending we do that, especially in these times where it's tough times for a lot of people?
It's so, I feel like we're living in such exciting times. And as I was sitting outside in the sunshine, listening to the geese, what actually came to me, it was so interesting, and I've never had this shown to me, or I've never heard this before. But we all have our own lights within. But it's like we have this mosaic of colors that are around our light. It's almost like a lantern, like a gas lantern. They have the lamp that goes over the light inside.
Right.
Well, the mosaic, if you think about a mosaic, there's all kinds of different shapes and sizes, and they're pretty small. And it's like when we are going through our day, our life, and something pops up. So say that somebody said something about they got angry with a coworker. Okay, so if something like that comes up, it's like, what within me is it that I need to look at? And I'll give you a great example. This happened just the other day. I was frustrated with someone, and partially because I feel like I can't speak up.
Right.
And so I was, venting. Well, really, it's about it's not that I was upset with that person. I was upset with me because I'm not speaking up.
Right. That's the
And
throat
so
chakra. That reminds me of the throat chakra. But yeah.
Does that ever happen to you, Sue or Anne?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
all of us.
Yes, I think it's also, some people are calmer with their personality and other people have a more temper. I'm actually, I look very sweet and like I don't say ever no, but I have temper sometimes. So I'm alive. Yes.
Yeah, and I think too the longer we let it go, the more our temper might come out. So it's me looking within, whether that means that I'm going to sit and journal about it, or I'm going to sit and meditate with it, or I'm going to go back to when I was a child and I felt like I wasn't heard. But how I see that happening with the mosaics of who we are is like we are taking one of those lights or one of those squares or whatever shape it is, and we are clearing it or cleaning it, almost like we clean our windows. And the more I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. I know there's a delay, so I got to be very cognizant. But it's like the more that we are working on ourselves when things come up, the more we work with our emotions, whether it's trauma or grief or feelings of being unloved, the more mosaics we are clearing, and it allows more of our light to shine through the mosaic of who we are.
Yes.
Right.
And Sue, I actually usually say that our challenges and those things that are triggering us in any way, if it's sadness, like you say, or if it triggers anger, irritation, they are our greatest keys to understand, and those that we need to work on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like putting more polish, on clearing the mosaic.
Yes.
So would you say that it's also about understanding our ego too, maybe? That we tend to let our ego in our way or get in our way?
The ego is an interesting thing, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Very.
Yes, very. Yes, our egos can get in our way. However, our egos are there for a reason as well. Because our egos, like going back to the situation that I was referring to, it's like our ego can help us speak our truth also.
Right.
But when we like you guys are called scrolls of the soul. It's like when we allow our soul to work with our ego, it's very different than coming from a place of ego.
Right. The balance. You end up with a balance. So, but we're duality in general. So I think, there's nothing wrong with, some ego. I think it's inherently natural as a human being. That's kind of my thought on it.
Absolutely.
But, and some of us can be ego deniers. I've met people like that too. Where it's all ego. But but I think you're right. Talking about this friend you were talking about, you went inward to see what it was you, kind of like a projection. Maybe there was some projection going on as well, possibly. I'm guessing. And so you had to look within too to see what it was, within you. Does that make sense? I completely understand that. We set up agreements, intentions, bonds, all types of things with friends, family, and then we have those expectations, and sometimes those expectations aren't always met, and so really time for us to kind of take a step back when that happens. It doesn't mean you're dissolving a friendship or ending a friendship. You're just reflecting back and going inward. So I think basically that's what you're talking about, right? When you say shine our light brighter, even though that's an external thing, we really are going inward.
We
Right?
are absolutely going inward, and it's amazing to me how when we look at our outside world, it tells us really what is going on inside.
Right.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Right.
It gives us clues as to what to look at. If we're like, oh, I'm fine. Everything about me is fine. I get along with everybody fine. It's like, and there's chaos all around him. It's like, well, that tells you something.
Right. Well, discernment comes with that too. A lot of discernment. My thing lately, for instance, just what's evolving in the world is turn off the TV. I keep saying to everyone, because TV, as I've stated before in the past, is tell a vision. You're just watching a movie, everybody. It's not reality. It's what those that are in that box want you to know. But it's not the whole picture. And I think you learn that by going inward, exactly what we're talking about. When you really start to understand the world is a lot bigger place, and those square boxes we all tend to have and rely on, that's not reality. It really isn't. And I think there's a lot of discernment we need to use with things that are going on in the world today. And especially when you go in, you learn how to read things on a much higher scale, if that makes sense. You move out of that 3D and into the fourth and the fifth. And I think that's important because that's also helping us to find a certain amount of peace when we do that. That's one woman's opinion about it anyway.
No, you're absolutely right. And you were asking about, well, what can we do to shine our light? And yes, those are when things come up, whether it's starting from your ego, whether it's a situation that you're having come up from a friend, and you're working through it, then it's like, okay, well, how, like, if everything, I feel like everything is going really good right now, how can I still shine a little bit brighter? And I think one of the things that the angels, boy, they have like drilled into my head so much is to breathe, because so many times we're holding our breath.
Yes, I agree. I think if you think about that, when you were a child, you would do things like that too. Hold your breath. I think that was kind of almost a memory. You triggered a memory there. I think we've done that as children too, to help us cope. Because I think holding your breath, kind of a coping mechanism.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I think, it probably is. I don't have any conscious memories of that, but I feel like it's what you're saying is true. Does that make sense?
Yeah, right. Yeah, something came up. I was like 5 and I remembered something. So as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, I did something like that. I'm like, oh, I didn't even remember I did that. But I understand. I think in the wider scheme of things, I understand what you're saying. I think our audience does as well. I do see that we're at the bottom of the hour.
Oh my gosh, already?
Yeah.
Yes, already.
We've got calls piling up, ladies. So I'll see if Ann will do her magic, and then we'll jump into callers and those in the chat room. if you're good.
So I say my magic in Swedish. I say simsalabim. That's how we say it here. That's from a fairy tale. But anyway,
Correct.
I just love to listen to you ladies, and it's an incredible energy, and it's always, we have to have you on more often, Sue, actually.
Yes.
That's fine
It's
with
been
me.
a while.
And thank you, everybody listening. We are going to come to you in a little bit here, but listen and have a little bit patience. Thank you so much for being with us. And it's the bottom of the hour, and I have a few quick announcements to make. So if you didn't call in, there's still room for us who most likely take your call, and we'd love to talk to you. So call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and call in for questions. Chat to our wonderful host today, Sue Broome. Get a free mini reading live on air, share a story with us. And if you want to talk with us live on the show, press 1. Or you can listen live on the show on the player at scrollsofthesoul.com/live, and you can also text chat with us during our shows at the exact same page, scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And on today's show, we are welcoming special guest Sue Broome, talking about Make the World a Brighter Place, Shine Your Light. And Sue Broome is a very gifted intuitive healer, spiritual teacher, and international best-selling author. Sue, with the direction from the angels, will give some insight on how each of us can shine our light brighter each day. And these will be things each and every person can do very easily and effortlessly. And, of course, your calls for questions and readings or just talking to us live on air. And if you want to connect with Sue Broome, I just want to tell everybody that in the chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live, there's many links. So there are a lot of info about Sue Broome there, of course, and you can also find her through the radio blog. And if you want an easy way to connect with Sue Broome, you can find her at empowerment4u.com. with a number 4 instead of the word 4, empowerment4u.com or SueBroome.com. And if you'd like to connect with me and or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Ann. And our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, January 21st, 2021, with Soul Sister Show and host Sue and myself, Ann. And we will be talking about numerology and angel numbers, plus your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air. We'll be on same time as usual, 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece in Europe. You can always keep yourself updated on our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming, and you can also find upcoming shows on YouTube on our channel. Just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And we are a live call-in worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the U.S. and Rhodes in Greece. And call in at 213-943-3587 and chat with us on air. International callers dial +1 before the number. And I think I'm ready, ladies. Let's go back to the show.
Okay. Just really quick, a quick card for everyone. Like we try to do one card, Sissy, for the callers and listeners. You know, yes. Today I grabbed Sacred Traveler with Denise Lynn, and I don't normally grab that deck, but felt compelled to. And today, for all of us, including you guys, I got Cleansing Waters. So purification activates, vibrate life force. So that's not a card that's uncommon for Anne and myself. I pulled this one before, and I think I think for everyone out there, like Sue said, take a breath. Cleansing waters. It's an image of a woman laying in a pond with lily fairies and beautiful trees and flowers around her. And it's literally about just taking a breath and clearing, just clearing through water, because water is energy, right? There's energy through water. So that was my card for today.
Awesome. I like it.
Thank you. Okay. Would you like to take the chat room first, Sissy?
Absolutely. We have one question in the chat room. I'm just going to scroll back a little bit and see, and I think we just have one, and that's not only just something. Okay, Lil Fairy. Hi, Lil Fairy. I know you hear us, so now we're here for you. This is your time. And Lil Fairy says, hi, Anne and Sue, and of course you, Sue. Now we have double Sue here. I'm very funny as usual, right? I'm the funny one here. Hope you're doing well. I have been waiting to hear back from company Infosys to sign the work contract for a month now. They didn't reply. Oh, they didn't reply. I am very disappointed and seems I need to look for other job opportunities. Also, I had to be a bit harsh on female coworker DJ for being too overbearing.
Okay, Little Fairy. So, and keep in mind, these are general readings. They go real quick. Obviously, I am available, as well as I'm sure Sue and Ann are, for private readings. So I pulled a card, and the deck I'm using today is my first deck. It's called The Desert Speaks. And the card I pulled, now keep in mind that every single situation, as we were talking about, refers back what is going on for you. And the card that came up seems really counterintuitive, but it's called Vacation. And it looks very, very tropical. And the reason I feel like this card is coming up is it feels like there's, Little Fairy, it feels like there's an intensity about when you are going out and searching, which I understand, when you're looking for a job, there's definitely a drive to it. But there's also, when you are on vacation, it's sitting back and allowing yourself to have time to breathe, to sit in nature, to allow the sunshine to be shining in. That's all about shining your light. Other piece of it, when you're on vacation, it gives you more time to go within and really, what is it that you want to create for your tomorrow? So no matter what is right in front of you, what is it that you're able to create in your mind, in your imagination, and put that forward into your reality? So it feels like, yes, take the 3D steps and apply for jobs with the guidance that you're receiving. Yes, this one, this one, this one. But then sit back and allow the universe to do its work while you sit back and visualize what it is that you want to be in your life. What is it that you want it to feel like?
Okay. So I have a response here from Lil Fairy in the chat room, and she says, I really thought that company Infosys was going to hire me and don't know what happened.
And, are either of you two picking up on anything else that you want to add?
No. Sue?
Go ahead, Sue. I'm in agreement with her. This is a company where there were many openings as a weeding out process. So I'm
You're cutting in and out.
Oh, sorry.
You're cutting in and out.
All right. Is that any better?
I think so. Talk so I can hear you.
Okay. Just bottom line, Little Fairy, I'm not really sure what happened. The process almost came to a close here, so I'm I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened. Hmm.
Well, and the other thing that I will add is, Little Fairy, is when you put the application out there, what were you feeling about it? Was it a job that you truly felt like matched up with what your soul wants? Or was it, yeah, I'm just going to apply because it's good money and I need it right now? That's where the vacation, sitting back and visualizing, well, what is it that you want it to feel like versus, oh, yeah, I'm just going to apply to anything that's coming along. Really visualize and feel into what you want, the place where you're going to be working. What do you want it to feel like? So I hope that helps.
Did just a quick question or follow-up to that statement, Little Fairy, was there a feeling of escape? Because as soon as you said that, Sue, I just thought, I'm escaping the place I'm at now, and the quicker quicker I do that, the better. So, so you're saying intention then, Sue, right? What the intention was about this job that she almost seemed to have, because that's what it sounds like.
Right.
She almost had this job. Okay.
Right.
All right, Little Fairy, we're going to have to move on. Keep listening, though. I'll try to in the future. Okay, yes, an escape. I see. Yeah, Sue is right about that. It's the intention we set, you know. Just keep in touch, you know. We'll try to fulfill a little bit more as we go next time around. Thank you for your question, but I've got to move on to our callers. Hang in there, though. Things are going to turn around. Just hang in there. All right, Sue, are you ready for a call?
Sure.
Okay, let's see who we have here. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Suzanne, Long Island, and I was just wondering about love life when you see someone coming in.
Suzanne and Love Life from Long Island. Here you go,
All right.
Sue.
All right. Well, and so we'll see what kind of what the cards tell us. Long Island. It's funny. We got another Suzanne. So Anne, this Suzanne combines both Sue and Anne.
Right.
Yes. Wow.
I love that. So Suzanne, you're bringing us all together. All right. So the card pulled is the Passion card, which is interesting. So, and I love this card because it's a picture of a cactus that one of the pads on this particular cactus is in the shape of a heart, and it's red. But it has all to do with what is it that you are doing to allow yourself for passion to come in. Now, it's similar to visualizing what you want, but it's also about have you gone through, and this was coming up pretty strong, have you gone through and released old relationships and what, looking at the things that didn't work in
yes,
past
I definitely have. I definitely have.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So then have you pulled in, okay, so this didn't work, but this did work, and that's what I am putting into my heart to bring forward into the next relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's not me. It's getting people who want to date. I'm talking to a gentleman now. I'm talking to another one. It's the men out there who want to be open to dating people, just not me.
Well, and looking at that from the perspective that because it's any relationship that you're in, it's always about you. So it's not that they're not ready for whatever. It's there's still something else that's going on with you to help bring that forward. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't, because I talk to men. A lot of older men are set in their ways, and they really don't want to date. So it's definitely not me. You see what I'm getting at? Because, yeah. I mean, I'm talking to a younger man. Hopefully he wants to date. An older one I'm Facebooking, and they're so busy or shy or whatever that they, everything else is more important. So it's not that I'm not open to it or something in me.
So what I would suggest is to take yourself on a date, or to treat yourself as if you are on a date. So you are truly treating yourself like you want to be treated, and like you are in a relationship with fill in the blank. It doesn't matter, because it's all about how are you treating yourself, and what is it that you are feeling.
I'm feeling good about myself when I go get my nails done. It's not that. It's hard to find a man who's on the same length who wants a relationship. I'm not losing faith, but that's what's hard.
Mm-hmm. So take yourself on a date.
Okay.
Whether that means making a special meal and lighting candles in your kitchen, whether that means going out to a restaurant. I don't know what it's like going out in restaurants in Long Island right now, but so it may be something where you have to, create a meal, create a date at home, but treat yourself like you want to be treated. Act as if you are on a date with someone, feeling the passion that you want in your life.
No, I get what you're saying, but if you're sitting there by yourself with candles, you're not going to get passionate. You could feel it and say, ooh, I'm going to be passionate. I deserve it. I see what you're saying, but I guess I called to see if you saw somebody in my future, not just to say, okay, think positive and send yourself on a date.
Well, so Sue or Ann, do you have anything to add?
Sue, this is Sue. You are extremely tough. You're one tough cookie.
No, I'm not. I know I'm not at all. I'm a very sweet.
I don't mean that. No, that's a compliment.
I'm just talking like this because you're not on Long Island with the older men. I'm a very caring, sweet person. I'm not a tough cookie. They say, I got my grandkids. Oh, I have to work. I have this. They don't even want to date is what I'm trying to get. So how are you going to date with the men in their 50s and 60s who don't want to date? I'm not the only one having this problem. Yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't an insult. That's actually a compliment. Where you're going, who you're looking at, vibration is the point.
So you're cutting in and out again. We don't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
You see?
I can't hear you now.
Sorry about that. No,
okay.
Let me try to slow down. You've got a little feedback. Sue, what you have is the vibration. Those around you cannot match that vibration. Does that make sense? When I said you were strong? Okay. We lost her. Did you hear that?
Okay.
I didn't state it as a challenge. I actually stated it as a compliment, but of course I couldn't.
I had a hard time. Sue, can you hear the other Sue? Or is it just me?
I cannot.
Problem?
Sue, you are cutting out really bad, so I can't understand what you were saying. I think I heard the word vibration, but there was nothing else that I got.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to fix this. Sissy,
okay.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Can you pull in the next caller? I'm going to try to fix this.
Yes.
And then I'll.
And now you're fine.
Gee.
Yes.
Now it's fine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's fine.
And I just want to, Suzanne from Long Island, I'm sorry that it didn't sound like I gave you an answer that you wanted to hear, but that's what the angels were guiding me to tell you. So good luck with your search for your love life. Yeah.
Right.
I can add a very short one too, a very, very short one. Because when we want to, and it may sound, for some people sometimes it may sound overly positive and overly cheerful, but it's in essence not, because to find what we want, what we are seeking, and what we want to attract, we have to go within. There's no other option, because we may have thoughts that we are so used to, we don't pay attention to them. And there are something going on, and that goes for all of us. I don't say it's easy, but we need to be feeling that thing we want to attract. So if we have a feeling of being disappointed, we're not going to attract the partner we seek for. And I don't say that to be rude or anything. It's just how I feel very strongly it works. Okay?
Right.
Love, light, and blessings.
Right. Okay, guys, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me just move on over to our next caller. I tried to explain, but since my voice was going, I'll just let that be for now. Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, how's it going? I'm calling from Ohio. My name is Desmond.
From Ohio. Desmond. Welcome, Desmond.
Welcome.
How's it going, ladies?
Oh, good.
Very good.
Okay, good.
So, Desmond, what are we looking for today?
Just whatever you pick up, a mini reading, whatever you pick up strongest.
All right, so I'm pulling a card.
21.
So the card I pulled is the Nurture card, which is an interesting card because it's a picture of Mama Cat and 2 of her kittens that I rescued in my backyard several years ago. And I feel like right now, Desmond, it feels like you are doing so many things for other people and you forget to take care of yourself. And there's times, I mean, just like when you're on an airplane and they say, put the oxygen mask on yourself first. It's really so you can take care of yourself first so you have the strength to take care of other people. But it feels like you are doing so many things for everyone else and you're not taking time for yourself. It feels like you're not even sleeping. Does that sound like you, Desmond?
Yeah, somewhat. I do kind of go out my way helping people sometimes.
Which is awesome, and it's wonderful that you do that. Make sure that you are not doing it to the detriment of yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So there you go. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Give yourself some time to breathe and shine your light for yourself. So thank you so much, Mr. Desmond.
Okay.
Thank you, Desmond.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Let me move on. Okay, Sue, I'm going to grab another caller. You guys still hear me, right?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. I got to check now since I'm having issues. All right, hang on. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, it's Melissa C.O.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi. That's my name, don't wear it out. I'm just kidding. That's what a teenager would say. That's my name, don't wear it out.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not a teenager. I just had to say that. I haven't said that for a long time. So I have a question, please, madam. Thank you very much. I'm grateful nothing happened with the previous person. Thank you, Divine, because the negative was so high. But anyway, concerning, I met somebody new, and I know I asked about 3 weeks ago before. What are you seeing that? Like, is it still going to form into a friendship, or are we going into a quiet zone? And or do you have a time frame for that? He's very unique.
Okay.
So
All right.
let's know about my new guy friend.
Okay. So you're just kind of looking. So just so everybody knows too, and Ann and Sue, if you guys get like time frames on stuff, that's just not my thing. Unless there's something that I pick up when the card is shown, and I get information after that. But it's not typically something that I usually just get. So Melissa, what you're asking about, you met someone new, and okay. So the card I pull is peace within. And what it feels like is there's something in this relationship where it feels like there's a new peace that's kind of come over you, like there's a real comfort in spending time with this person. Does that make sense?
Yes. Can you see the person starts with the letter I? Because I know I want to make sure I'm being specific.
Well, all I'm getting is from the person that you were asking about, where you said you met someone new, and it feels like there's something that there's. And if you met 3 people, which is the one that you feel the peace within? So it's really going within, because it's all about us in every single relationship. So which is the one that you feel the most comfort with? Like if you are spending time with someone and you get agitated afterwards or during while you're spending time with them, you're not somebody that you want to continue to spend time with. But if you feel like, almost like you can take a sigh, like a deep breath and just relax a little bit, that's the feeling that I'm getting with someone that you just met. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So it feels like, yes, it very much, and whether it turns into anything like passionate or whether it's just a friendship that's going to lead into something else, either one is okay because of the peace that you are feeling. That not only feels like when you feel it, it helps your surroundings. It helps with other people around you as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope that helps.
Yes. I you got it right, because I do tell him peace with you and peace with me. Let's be in peace. This peace. You got it, man. Thank you very much. Wow, Sue, Ann, thank you.
Oh, nice. Oh, very good, Melissa.
I do see that. She got it.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Okay, love. Listen, I got to ask you a quick question before I wrap it up with you. Do you have anything in the background running? Because we're getting a feedback with you. Do you have us on a computer?
Yeah, I turn it off.
Okay. Yeah, we were getting a huge feedback.
Sorry.
Yeah, just keep that in mind the next time you call, not to run the volume, or just mute the volume in the background on the computer while you're on air, because it'll feedback a lot to us and it gets hard to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
love. I'm going to have to move on because we've got a full board here.
Okay.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thanks,
you.
Melissa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Guys, you still hearing me okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Promise.
Let me move. I'm like trying not to move because I'm afraid I'm going to, like, my voice is going to skip out or something. Okay. Hang on. Let me get to our next caller. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Patricia. I'm calling from Ohio. Thank you
Hi,
for
Patricia.
taking my
Hi,
call.
Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi. I would I would like to get some clarity on, my intention is to start my freelance writing business. And I'm new to it. I actually already started last year writing blog posts and articles to start getting expertise and visibility on my LinkedIn. And of course, as I said, I want to get some clarity on. Also, we'll start doing proofreading and I'm learning this both on my own. Is this the year for to start and get these going and earning income? Now,
all right. So I'm pulling a card. So the card I pulled is Reach Beyond the Stars. And I love this card because so many times we limit ourselves with our beliefs, with things that we may hear from other people or things that we may read online. And it's like, this is looking at it. I feel like, yes, the proofreading and the freelance writer, I feel like, yes, and I don't know what that and is, but it feels like there's something it's like stretching yourself a little bit further than you typically would. So whether it's, I think that the proofreading and the freelance writing, I think those are starting points that are going to be great. And I think they're great. It feels like great foundation. But there's still more that you haven't explored yet. It's like it's on the horizon. And once you get your feet wet into this, it'll become clear. So,
is this within the writing realm, or are you talking about music, songwriting, or speaking, or what?
It does feel like it's in the writing realm, but not the way that you would think. And so that may lead into speaking as well, because sometimes you write out what you want to speak about. So it may lead into that, but it feels like there's something that it's like it's leading. It's the starting point, but it won't become clear until you start doing it. Until you start doing what you already know, what you're already contemplating. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've heard what you said. All right, yeah, because I'm starting out, with I guess what they call B2B, and determining what 3 niches that I can contribute to, and and the audiences in those niches, and and learning the business of these, and owning a business, and
right.
But yeah, like I said, I made that decision and some other decisions as well.
Yeah. Okay. So get out there and start doing it. Because until you start doing it, until you take those steps forward,
all right.
The
Thank you
rest
so much.
will become clear. Yes. Thank you so much for calling in, Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia. Good luck with all of it.
Thank you, Patricia. Yes,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Sue, just to confirm what you were saying, it is the writing. Patricia, I know you're still on the line. It is about the writing, and that is going to ultimately lead to what direction, whether it's, kind of like the speaking circuit, the artistic, there's something in the writing. First we have to crawl and then we walk. So if we get up off the floor and we start to walk, then that's going to lead you where it is you're going, if that makes sense. So we we start off in one direction and don't necessarily end up where we thought we were going to, and
Right.
that's the excitement of life too, but it's first taking that first step and starting on the journey. Take the first step and then watch where it leads, because it will lead. So, Okay. Let me move on to another caller.
And thank you for that confirmation, Sue.
Yeah. No problem. All right, let's see. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Catherine, and I'm calling from New York.
Catherine from New York. Welcome, Catherine.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Catherine.
Thank you so much for taking my call. Happy blessed New Year to you both.
What can we do for you?
I was wondering what the angels could tell me, or you're picking up around Paul and I. Is it a working relationship? Is it a romantic relationship, or is it both? Anything you might pick up, I'm grateful, appreciative for.
All right, let me see.
Thanks.
Let me see. Absolutely. So the card I pulled is, I love this card. It's called Journey Within, which the picture is, it's a really cool tree that has a hole in it, where it's a pretty big hole where you could, I don't know, about the size of a bowling ball, I think, if I remember correctly. But the journey within is really going within and saying, well, what is it that you want in this relationship, Catherine? So many times we're like, oh yeah, the angels are going to bring us whatever, and the universe is going to bring me whatever. But it truly is about, well, what is it that we want in our lives? Because that's why we're here. We're here to decide. We're here to allow our soul, our light to shine, our soul to speak. And what is it that you want this relationship to be? So journeying within is really going inside, and it's like, okay, what is it that brings me joy when I spend time with Paul? Do I see that in the future as a romantic partner? Do I see that as a friendship? Do I see it as something else? So what is it that you want, and bringing that into life in your world? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I got that. Yeah. It's
Sue and
funny
Ann, do you have
because-
anything to... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. It's funny because I can remember, growing up, I wanted, I don't know, it was just for me, somebody who could be both. I just thought it was always so nice when, you hear of couples working together. So maybe...
But that's perfect, because there's a guy I listen to, and he talks about he and his wife, they were childhood sweethearts, and they have been partners. They were, partners in friendship, but also romantic, because they've been married for all of their adult life. So I think that if that's what you want, a partnership as in a friend and a lover, that's what you need to put and bring forth into your life, into this relationship, and tell the universe, hey, yeah, this is what I want.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sue and Ann, do you have anything to add on that?
No.
Sue, do you have
I
anything?
think,
Go ahead, Sue.
just a quick thing. A lot of times it's intention, and sometimes intention isn't always a conscious thing. It's actually a subconscious thing. So while we may say one thing in our mind, our subconscious may say the other. So Sue is correct. It is about your intention. What is it you really want, and then applying that, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But basically, I do agree with Sue. So I just want to kind of confirm what she has said.
Yes.
So
I can chime in too a little bit. I feel the same way, and if you think of it in this sense, because what we have within, that's like Sue said before, that's going to be a reflection of what we are encountering and experiencing in our reality, right? So if we have a longing for something and we have unfinished business within, or our intentions are not crystal clear, then we may feel confusion because we feel that there are a lot of things that we can actually have. And in this sense also, there's always potential for people to come together and be together. The thing is, just as Sue said, is this in alignment with my intention and what I really want, my deepest desire within? Is this what I want? So that is the answer, actually. So there's always potential, but what happens is that if we have, for instance, 3 people to choose from, it's basically, it may sound a little bit weird because now we're talking about emotions, right? But if you take a step back and look at it as energies, these 3 people and the potential relationship with these 3 people can bring different energies, if that makes sense. But it's going to be, this person you're meeting up with, I do feel that there's potential here, but you need to go within and just find out for yourself, because that's the only way you're going to get the clear answer. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And quite honestly, that's your truth teller. What's inside of you is the thing that tells you the truth more than anything else. You know?
I like that. Your truth teller, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Catherine, I've got to wrap it up, love, because I have other callers. Thank you so much for calling in. We do appreciate it. We're here every week if you want to give us a call back next week. So thank you for calling in, and good luck.
Thank you,
Good luck. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, ladies, I'll move over to another caller.
Yeah.
Hi, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, hello. This is also Catherine from California.
Catherine. Wow.
Yeah,
what are the odds of
Catherine.
that?
Good name.
Hi, Catherine.
There are many ways to spell it, but so the spelling could all be different.
Right. Welcome.
Thank you.
What can we do for you?
Well, I just called in, so I'm not sure what kind of readings are you doing today, or how should I ask this question?
I'm doing general readings, so it's
great.
I mean, you can ask a question, and what I always ask people when I'm doing general readings, especially when they're mini ones like this, if you have a specific question, just hold it in your heart. So
okay.
And I'll pull a card from my Desert Speaks deck.
Desert what?
It's called, my deck is called The Desert Speaks.
Okay, great.
So you want me to just pull a card and see what comes up?
Yes, sounds great. I'll think of my question.
All right. Oh, I love it. So the card that came up is called Clarity, and
perfect.
it's I love it. And it's a beautiful picture of the sun and a few clouds, and there's some interesting shapes in there. But it's really about when we are seeking our, where it is that we're going, what is it that we want to accomplish in our lives. It truly is about, we have to seek clarity, as in, I want clarity in what I'm seeking, just like with the previous Catherine and the relationship that she was looking for. But it's also asking the universe, the angels or spirit guides, our loved ones, to have clarity in how they are responding to us. So it's easy for us to interpret the information that we're getting.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Yeah. And it even going on what Ann and Sue were saying about setting your intention and putting that out to the universe, it's add feeling to that. And so when you are looking for something specific, it's like, what is the intention behind it? What is the feeling behind it? And putting that and asking the unseen world to give you clarity when they are responding.
Mm-hmm,
so,
for sure.
Yes. So seek clarity, Miss Catherine.
Yeah, I sure am.
So Ann and Sue, did you have anything to add on that?
Not
no.
really. I just Catherine. Sue's very good, and I'm telling you, she. There's definitely. We're lucky to have her today. So yeah, she's probably right. I'm sorry about that. I was kind of diverted a little bit because I'm having volume issues. So sorry about that. Catherine, good luck with everything. I'm going to have to wrap it up to grab another phone call here. But thank you so much for calling in. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies. Sorry about that. I'm just making sure I'm not having any issues for you guys. So grabbing another call. She give me a second. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Sharon. I'm in New York, and
Hi, Sharon.
I would love a general reading. Hi.
Hi, Sharon.
And maybe any mediumship, if there's anybody around.
Well, Miss Sharon, I'm going to grab one of my other decks, and it's called Messages from Your Loved Ones.
Oh, great.
So is there somebody that you want to receive a message from?
I have, so many in spirit. My son, my parents.
All right. Well, we'll see what comes up. I did. I do readings. Sometimes I do them on my Empowerment for You, and sometimes I do them on Enlightened World Network, where I once a month now I'm going on just using this deck. So this one, it's I Feel Your Love Every Day is the card that comes up. And so what that says to me is, Ms. Sharon, that you definitely do take time in your life to appreciate and let them know that you still love them. Even though they're not here physically, they're still here. And they can feel your love. And I think that's something that so many times when someone leaves the 3D world, it's like, oh, they're gone. Well, no, they're not. It's what we feel in our hearts that keeps them alive. And when we go into, remembering a story that they shared, or going into a memory of something that we did with them, and feeling the fun and the joy and the love that we have for them, that tells them and lets them feel the love also. So it's kind of like excuse me?
I said that's really great, because I do that every day.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, you know what? You're getting a big resounding, I feel it. So I love this. And Sharon, what a great phone call, and a great card to go with confirmation that absolutely your love is being felt.
You know what? I got to tell you this little affirmation for you. I am feeling the Holy Spirit right now on my head, the tingling. I haven't felt that in a long time.
And you know what, Sharon? My mom's name is Sharon, and she's been gone since the 70s. She's been on the other side. and her name.
That's right.
She always went by Sherry, but her mom, her name is Sharon. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Could I chime in?
I
Yes.
have a quick question. I'm having trouble communicating that love with someone here on Earth that's down here. Have a lot of trouble in relationships. I wonder if you see anything with that.
Well, what I would say is go into, just like you would go into a memory with someone that's on the other side, go into and create a memory with your mind, with your visualization, with your feeling of a, something that you want to have a conversation with them about, but go in and create it with your heart in mind, feeling the love that you have for that person. Create the memory and then have the conversation. Go and spend time with that person and see if it starts shifting things.
I do that. That's so funny you should say that. I do that. I've always done that with people. Like I'll have this conversation with them in my mind.
Mhm. Yep. Well, that's an awesome thing to continue to do, and just feel the love that you have for them, and allow yourself to always speak through that filter of love. So, Sue and Ann, did you have? I heard somebody wanted to pop in. So, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, that was me. Sharon, as you were talking about, or just before you started talking about that sensation on your head, so I wrote down electricity, and I was going to ask you, do you have things that are electrical issues or something with electricity? Because I'm just sitting here listening. Okay, you do, huh? Wow.
Yes, because I've had it's hard to explain, but I've had somebody messing with my privacy. Maybe I should put it that way.
Oh, I gotcha. You don't even have to say what that is. I already know. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that kind of thing that's gone on for a few years now?
Yes.
Okay. I understand.
And any direction or, to help to stop it would help.
Oh.
Even source.
Okay.
Source.
Well, right now, let me advise you to seek out others who go through the same thing. That's the best I can say right now. Because I think you'll gain a perspective of what's going on. It sounds kind of wacky what I'm advising you to do. And the only other thing I could highly recommend is you go to our website, scrollsofthesoul.com, and look for contact info. And I could further assist in that statement. Okay. I don't want to say any more over the air.
Right.
So,
well,
if what I believe I think is what I believe I think is happening, I could probably answer it in one email. So, just if you're interested, just look for Sue on scrollsofthesoul.com. Send an email over. Actually,
I guess I'm wondering, is anything going to get better?
It is, but in a very weird way, and not the time you would want it to right now. So that's all I can highlight for you because I'm running out of time, and my board is literally going to kick you off air. So, like I said, just go to scrollsofthesoul.com, look for contact, and send an email referencing this conversation.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Sharon.
luck, Sharon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Okay, looks like I don't want to kill us here this morning. time.
Yeah, I know. So we just need to, I'm going to make a few end of show announcements, and then we can, if there's anything more to say. And on today's show, we have been talking to our special guest, Sue Broome, and we talked about make the world a brighter place, shine your light. Sue Broome is a gifted intuitive healer, spiritual teacher, and international best-selling author. So if you want to connect with Sue Broome, you can find her at empowermentforyou.com with a 4, empowermentforyou.com or SueBroome.com. And our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio will be next Thursday, January 21st, 2021, with Soul Sisters show and host Sue and Ann, talking about numerology and angel numbers, plus your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air as usual. We'll be on 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece in Europe. Listen to replays of our shows anytime at scrollsofthesoul.com/past, and keep yourself updated on upcoming shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And if we didn't have a chance to take your call, please call into our next show. And thank you all for listening and calling in. And we're back next Thursday. Sue, do you have anything you want to tell the listeners before the show ends? Sissy Sue?
I'm just going to quickly say thank you. Like Ann said, thank you, everyone. We always appreciate your trust and calling us. And just a really quick shout out to my mom. Angels watch over you all night long. Sue Broome?
Thank you so much, ladies. This has been a lot of fun. And if anybody wants to find out more about me, you can go to my website, SueBroome.com, or you can follow me on Empowerment for You on Facebook. And thank you so much. I really appreciate all the trust that you guys have put in me in doing the readings, and shine your light. Take some time for yourself, everybody, and shine who you truly are at your soul level. So thank you.
Great advice.
Yes.
And thank you for coming on, Sue.
Yes, thank you so much
welcome.
for coming on, Sue. We had a bliss with you, and you're very talented, and you are wonderful. You have an extraordinary energy. Thank you so much. And I say love, light, peace, and joy to all of you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.